Hi there, my name is Odeli and I am a former procrastinator who once believed that mediocrity was my fate. Deep down, dissatisfaction pushed me to look inward, rewire my mindset, and align with the extraordinary life that God called me to live. Now, I am here to help you do the same. So, if you're tired of sitting on your potential and ready to wear yourself out living your best life, instead of just rusting in place, you're in the right spot. So, join me on this channel and let's walk this out together. I was tired of the old me. I was tired of the same life, tired of the same results. I knew that something had to change. And not in just one area, but my whole life needed to be addressed. Truthfully, I had no idea where to begin. And so if you asked me to describe myself back then, this is what I would say. Lazy, a proud procrastinator, disorganized inside out, a underachiever who was used to settling, and honestly I was okay with that. I loved my comfort zone and that was what I was used to. I was the person who would always prefer the easy way out, and the kind of person who would walk past a sink full of dishes and convince herself that she needed rest because she was tired. So what changed, you may ask? For me, it started with one thing: dissatisfaction. I got tired of making excuses. I got tired of seeing no growth, no fruit, no progress. Discipline was born the moment I realized that I couldn't keep living like this. And so through journaling daily, I started facing myself. Not the version that I showed others, but the version that I avoided in private. In that moment of stillness, I finally allowed God to work on me, and I admitted that I couldn't do it alone. That's when the real transformation began. I had to release a lot. Old thought patterns, my obsession with control, the pride that kept me stuck. I had to surrender it all. I had to let go and let God in. And in doing so, I got to discover and I got to know the woman that I was created to be. Though still a work in progress, of course, I still want to push myself. I want to see what I am capable of. But most importantly, I want to become the best version that I can possibly become, not for me, but for my children. Ecclesiastes 11:10 says, "So remove grief and anger from your heart, and put away pain from your body, because the childhood and the prime of life are fleeting." That verse hit me hard. It was like a wake-up call for me, because whether we acknowledge it or not, our days are numbered. And when I realized that one day I'd be leaving behind my children, something inside of me shifted. And that single thought made me want to do more with myself. It made me want to be more, love deeper, forgive faster, and ultimately grow in whichever way God is willing to stretch me. I want to honor the time that I've been given here on earth. And so from that day forward, I just decided that I would make every day count. The second thing that changed for me was this question that I kept on asking myself, and it was, what if I do not become the woman that God intended for me to be? That fear became a holy motivator, because I want to honor God not just with words but with my life. And not because of what He's done for me, because He's done a lot, but because of who He is. When I sit down and think of the moments He has rescued me, those moments in which He extended His grace because I didn't deserve it, those open doors that He provided me with, and the strength that He keeps on pouring to me day in and day out, I know that I owe Him everything. And the best way to say thank you is by walking in obedience. A verse that I like to keep in the forefront of my mind is from Deuteronomy chapter 30, verses 11. This verse reminds us that His commandments aren't too difficult or out of reach. And so I try to operate from that truth. From that moment on, I chose to let God be my source, my strength, my firm foundation. And I believe that that was when discipline stopped being an option or something that I just wanted to do. And it truly became a lifestyle, something that I live for and that is part of my values. Discipline isn't about the hype, it's not about motivation, though motivation is needed. It's about action, it's about self-control, it's about commitment. Commitment, especially in those moments when you don't feel like doing it. I once heard, I don't know if I read it or I heard it on an audiobook, I'm not sure, that the mark of a superior performer is someone who can give themselves a command and follow it. I find this statement to be very interesting, and so it stuck with me. So when I lose focus, I like to remind myself why I started and who I am doing this for. Do the thing and you would get the energy to do the thing. That is what Ralph Waldo Emerson said. Sometimes we wait for motivation before we even act, but the truth is that actions create motivation. And when the path feels unclear, take the small first step, trusting that God is guiding you and that He wants you to grow, He wants you to win. But keep in mind that this starts with you. It's within you. So show up, take the first small step, and don't stop walking.